Good morning, all of you. So I have completed your money chapter, okay, and the last video I have uploaded, in that I have explained to you people about the supply of money. I told you people that under supply of money, you people have to study about N1, N2, N3, N4 and N0. Alright, these are the four things you people have to study under the supply of money, and you have to write the formula, the total descriptive form of the formula and the short form of the formula. So if in exam they will ask you that explain the concept of M1 and M2, then you will write nothing. You will just write the descriptive form of the formula of M1 with the short form, and M2 the descriptive with the short form. So that you people have to learn, okay, of the supply of money. So we have I have completed your chapter number 13. Today I am going to start your new chapter, that is chapter number 14, okay. I am going to start your chapter number 14, that is bank, okay. So all of you write now chapter number 14, that is bank, and we will study about two banks. Commercial bank and central bank. Okay, commercial bank and central bank are the two topics which we have to cover under the bank chapter. Okay, so here we will not study what is bank, or we will not study what are the importance of bank, or we will not study that how bank help in the economic. All these things will not study. Under this chapter, we need to study only about two things, that is commercial bank and central bank. Of the commercial bank, people have to study about the functions of commercial bank and about how commercial bank create credit. Two topics. Under central bank, we have to study about the functions of central bank, okay, and how a central bank control credit, okay. So one thing you people need to understand, one of the most important functions, one of the important functions of this commercial bank is to create credit. Commercial bank create credit. They earn money, okay? They create credit. But there is a apex bank in our country, okay, who controls the total financial institutions of the country. That is called Central Bank. And what is the name of the Central Bank of India? That is Reserve Bank of India. So it is the central bank who control credit. That's why, apart from functions of commercial bank, one topic we study in detail, that how commercial bank create credit, because it is the commercial bank which creates. So process of credit creation of commercial bank we need to study. Then we have to study central bank. Apart from the functions of central bank, we need to study that how a central bank control credit. So one thing you people need to understand, that commercial bank creates credit, central bank control credit. So that's why in commercial bank we study the process of creation of credit of commercial bank, and in central bank we study the process of how central bank control credit. So these are the four topics which we need to study under this chapter, which is called bank. So straight away we start with the first bank, that is commercial bank. So write down all of you, first heading commercial bank, okay. Write on the first heading commercial bank. We'll start with the first heading commercial bank, okay. Now we'll start with the first heading commercial bank. Alright, now under commercial bank, you first understand what you mean by commercial bank. Now, can you name some of the commercial bank of India? Can you name some of the important commercial bank of India? Some of the commercial bank, like we have Punjab National Bank, we have Allahabad Bank, we have State Bank of India, we have Apex Bank, we have HDFC Bank, alright. All these banks are commercial bank. So, in a country, there are various commercial banks, but there is only one central bank. that is the apex bank. Like for example, if you take the Indian example, then in India we have various commercial bank. I took the name just now, but we have only one central bank, that is Reserve Bank of India. Now central bank controls the functioning of commercial bank. It is the central bank which gives direction to the commercial bank. It is the central bank which gives instructions to the commercial bank. Okay, so this is basically the relationship between central bank and commercial bank. But one thing you need to understand, central bank don't deal directly with the people, with the public. There is no direct dealing with the people and the central bank. Central bank deals with commercial bank, and there is a direct dealing of the people with the commercial bank. So commercial bank deals with the people of the country. The commercial bank actually maintains a financial relation with the people of the country. Is it clear to all of you? Now, what kind of relation a commercial bank have with the people of the country? People earn income. They divide their income into two parts: consumption expenditure and saving. Consumption expenditure they do by going to the market and purchasing various goods and services. But when we save, when the people save, where they save their money? People save their money in the bank by depositing their money in the bank. Okay, now every commercial bank except the deposit of the public. That is the first function which a commercial bank does in a country, in an economy, is accepting deposits of the public. Okay, when they accept the deposit of the public, when they take the saving amount of the public, what the commercial bank does? Commercial bank open an account in the name of the depositor. Every depositor, whosoever. Like for example, one person gone to State Bank of India to deposit the money. What the State Bank of India will do? It will accept the deposit of the person and it will open an account in the name of that person. Alright, issue check to that person. So accepting deposit. Similarly, commercial bank also give loan. Okay, it give loan to the producers for doing investment. Even it give loan to the consumers for doing consumption. There are many durable goods which a consumer purchase. We purchase car, we purchase refrigerator, TV, we purchase several other things. We construct our houses, alright, by taking loan. So second thing of a commercial bank is advancing loan, which is the most important activity which a commercial bank does apart from accepting deposit. Okay, so now when I said when a person goes to commercial bank to deposit the money in the commercial bank, then what is the normal process? A commercial bank will accept that deposit and commercial bank will open an account in the name of the depositor and will issue check to him. Similarly, if any person wants to take a loan from the bank, then first thing what the person needs to do is the person needs to show the mortgage or security. Suppose if I'll have to take 1 lakh rupees loan from the bank, then I'll have to show the 1,20,000 mortgage or security to the bank. The security value is always greater than the loan amount. Okay, so any person goes to take the loan from the bank, bank will advance loan to that person. That is the second process. And in between these two activities, that is accepting deposit and advancing loan, commercial bank create credit. Okay, how commercial bank create credit? See, for example, what is the maximum rate of interest given when commercial bank accept deposit? 7.25% in the fixed deposit. That too in the fixed deposit. We have several kinds of the deposit. We have saving bank account deposit, we have demand deposit, we have fixed deposit. So the rate of interest maximum is given only in case of fixed deposit, not in the other cases. Okay. Now 7.25% is the rate of interest given by the commercial bank when the commercial bank accept deposit from the public. But when commercial bank gives loan to the public, then commercial bank charges rate of interest. And what is the rate of interest a commercial bank charges? It is not less than 11. Right now I think it's 12% rate of interest is there. So when commercial bank accept deposit, suppose it has accepted the deposit of 10,000 rupees and it has to give only 7.25% of the 10,000 rupees annually to its depositor as a rate of interest. But when a commercial bank suppose gives 1 lakh rupees to a person as a loan, then commercial bank will get in return the rate of interest annually is 12%. So the difference between 7.25% and 11% is the amount of money or credit created by commercial bank. So whenever we have to write the meaning of commercial bank, we always include the 3 activities which a commercial bank perform. First, commercial bank accept deposit. Second, commercial bank advance loan. Third, commercial bank create credit. So these are the 3 activities which a commercial bank does. Okay, so we start the chapter. Now I hope you people have written chapter 14, bank, that is commercial bank and central bank, and now write on the first heading commercial bank. All of you write on the first heading commercial bank. Okay, now under commercial bank the first heading write, under commercial bank the first heading write meaning. Right on the first heading under commercial bank is equal to meaning. Okay, what is meaning? What do you mean by commercial bank? Write down. The financial commercial a bank which accepts deposits, a bank which accepts deposit, comma, advance loan and create credit. A bank which accepts deposit, comma, advance loan and create credit is called commercial bank. Is called commercial bank. A bank which accepts deposit, comma, advance loan and create credit is called commercial bank. Full stop. Okay, so we have done the meaning of commercial bank. Now straight away let us start with the functions of commercial bank. Right on the next heading, functions of commercial bank. Okay, now in your book it is given very long all the functions. Okay, then I'm going to give you in short the functions. So today first I'll give you the notes of the functions of money. Okay, and then I'll explain you the functions of money. Is it clear? Okay, so write down functions of commercial bank. Under this you write functions of commercial bank are classified into the following categories. Functions of commercial bank are classified into the following categories. Functions of commercial bank are classified into the following categories, and then give a dash and write first function. In the meaning we have written the first function. So write accepting deposits. Accepting deposit. Okay. So see, every bank accepts deposits. Every bank accepts deposit from the public. Okay, whether it's a State Bank of India or Andhra Bank or Allahabad Bank or Punjab National Bank or Syndicate Bank or Canara Bank, several commercial banks are there. India is having multiple banking system. Similarly, many other countries have the multiple banking system. Okay, so what is the first function of commercial bank? Accepting deposits. Okay, so under this you write, and this is the primary function of commercial bank. Remember, this is what function of commercial bank? Primary. So under accepting deposit you write, the primary function of a commercial bank is to accept deposits from the public. Right? The primary function of commercial bank is to accept the deposits from the public. Is to accept the deposit from the public. Full stop. Then write, bank accepts deposit except 3 types of deposit. Bank accepts 3 types of deposit. Give a dash. So what is the first function? What is the first primary function? Accepting deposit. So what you people have written? The primary function of commercial bank is to accept deposits from the public, first thing. And bank accept 3 types of deposits from the public, give a dash. Now 3 categories are there. First understand those. Open your book, page number 245. Keep the book in front of you. Whenever you see these chapters, please keep the book in front of you. So accepting deposit we have started. We need to study now about the 3 types of the deposit. The first one is current account deposit. The second one is saving account deposit. And the third one is fixed deposit account. Now current account deposit means what? This is also called demand deposit. Samjho isko. Under the current account deposit, bank accepts the deposit of the people and there is no restriction at all. There is no restriction on what date I am going to withdraw my money, how many number of times I am withdrawing my money from the bank. Is it clear? And there is no restriction at all on the number and time of withdrawal of money by the customer. Since there is no restriction, since the customer can go to the bank at any time and can withdraw the money at any number of time in a month, that is why the rate of interest given on current account deposit is 0. No rate of interest is given. Okay, so current account deposit is the deposit which can be payable on demand, completely payable on demand. There is no restriction from the commercial bank. Since there is no restriction from the commercial bank on the amount and number of withdrawal, that is why there is no rate of interest given on this deposit, which is called current account deposit. Is it clear to all of you? So we people have written the first function, that is accepting deposit, and then write number 1, first point. What is the first function of commercial bank? Number 1. Under this, the first function. That is first one. Write down. Under current account deposit, you write, the deposits in current account are completely payable on demand. Write down, the deposits in current account, are completely payable on demand, comma, that is why it is known as demand deposit. इसलिए इसको डिमांड डिपॉजिट भी कहते हैं, मतलब किसी भी समय आप पैसे की डिमांड कर सकते हैं और बैंक को देना है. Okay, so it is completely payable on demand. So under current account deposit, you write, the deposit in current account are completely payable on demand, comma, that is why it is called demand deposit. That is why it is called demand deposit. Full stop. Change the paragraph. So first meaning you people have written. Now change, the 3 facts are there. Change the paragraph. Money from this account can be withdrawn by checks. Money from this account can be withdrawn by checks, and there is no restriction on the amount, or number of withdrawal made. And there is no restriction on the amount and number of withdrawal made. Full stop. This is the second fact. Change the paragraph again. In points if you write, then it will be easy for you to learn. So change the paragraph again and then write down the third fact. Since there is no restriction in this account, since there is no restriction in this account, comma, that is why no rate of interest is paid by commercial bank. That is why no rate of interest is paid by commercial bank to the customers. That is why, since there is no restriction in this account, that is why no rate of interest is paid by commercial bank to the customers. Full stop. Okay, so first category or first function we have completed, that is current account deposit. Is it clear? Full stop. Okay, now write on the second one. Number 2, saving account deposit. Number 2, saving account deposits. Number 2. Number 2, saving account deposits. Alright, now, just opposite of the first. Okay, now not completely opposite actually. Now see, saving account deposits are also payable on demand. They are also payable on demand. Money can be withdrawn by check, but certain minimum restrictions imposed on the number and time of withdrawal. Is it clear? A limited restriction is there, and that is why, since little bit restriction is there, that is why a nominal rate of interest is given by commercial bank. Like for example, those people who have a deposit in the bank, in the saving account deposit, they get 0.25% rate of interest of the total deposit they have in their account. Is it clear? Very nominal. Kyun nominal? Kyunki a minimum percentage of restriction is there on the number and time of withdrawal. Is it clear to all of you? So write on the second one, saving account deposit. Under this write, saving account deposits are also payable on demand, and money can be withdrawn by check, right? Saving account deposits are also payable on demand, comma, and money can be withdrawn by check, full stop. Change the paragraph. In this account, there are certain minimum restrictions. In this account, there are certain minimum restrictions are imposed on the depositor, regarding amount and number of withdrawal. Full stop. Change the paragraph. For example, one of those restrictions we will mention. For example, minimum balance has to be maintained in this account by the customer. Minimum balance has to be maintained by the customer in this account. Minimum balance has to be maintained in this account by the customer. ये पहला restriction है. ऐसे और भी restrictions हैं, ठीक है? ऐसे और भी restrictions हैं. एक restriction ये है कि आपके saving bank account में एक minimum balance हमेशा होना चाहिए. Okay, right now like this is 500 rupees. So 500 rupees must be there in your, if you have a deposit account under this category called saving account deposit. That is the first restriction. Now change the paragraph. Since certain restrictions are imposed, that is why a nominal rate of interest is provided by the bank. Since minimum restrictions are imposed, that is why are imposed. That is why minimum rate of interest, that is why minimum rate of interest is given. In place of minimum you write nominal. That is why nominal word is there. Minimum don't write. Nominal rate of interest is given by the bank. Is given by the bank to its customers. Full stop. So we have completed accepting deposit 2 categories. Now tomorrow I am going to continue the other functions, that is the third category, saving bank account, and then the other functions of commercial bank. For today only this much. Thank you children.